A gedevach. So I'll tell you, Maisa, the Baal Shem Tov had a brother-in-law. His name was Reb Gershon Kitiver, Reb Gershon of Kitiv. And when the Baal Shem Tov first became engaged to his sister, to become his brother-in-law, so it was still at a time when the Baal Shem Tov was hidden and not well known, and he wasn't revealing himself as a tzaddik. So in the beginning, Reb Gershon Kitiver, who was a chashva rabbi in his own right, had he had certain misgivings about the Baal Shem Tov. He wasn't sure if this person was worthy of marrying his sister. But as time went on, he began to know the Baal Shem Tov, and it became clear to him that the Baal Shem Tov is a big tzaddik. So at some point, but again, this was still before he was well known. At some point, Reb Gershon Kitiver then made Aliyah. He moved to Eretz Yisrael. Now in Eretz Yisrael, Reb Gershon Kitiver became very close with one of the great Tzadikim of the time, the Or Chaim HaKadosh, Reb Chaim ben Attar, the great Or Chaim HaKadosh. And so the story goes that when he was once talking to the Or Chaim HaKadosh, and he mentioned to Or Chaim, he said, Rebbe should know that my brother-in-law is a big tzaddik. People don't know about him much, but he's a big tzaddik. And so the Or Chaim HaKadosh asked, okay, what's his name? In other words, the Or Chaim HaKadosh knows neshamas. He knows who are the tzaddikim of the generation. So what's his name? So Reb Gershon Kitiver said that his name is Rabbi Yisrael. So Or Chaim HaKadosh closes his eyes, and I guess goes through all the Rolodex of neshamas, opens his eyes, and he says, never heard of him. Okay, so this already is concerning for Reb Gershon Kitiver. And so the Or Chaim HaKadosh asked him, does he go by another name? Maybe he has a second name. So Reb Gershon Kitiver says, yeah, actually he's known as the Baal Shem Tov. So Or Chaim HaKadosh closes his eyes and opens his eyes after a minute. He said, never heard of him. So now Reb Gershon Kitiver is concerned, never heard of the Baal Shem Tov. Maybe he's wrong. Maybe the Baal Shem Tov is not such a tzaddik. What's going on? So the Or Chaim HaKadosh asks him, maybe he goes by a third name. So Reb Gershon said, that's all I could. I don't think of a third name. Until after a moment, it dawns on him. The Reb Gershon Kitiver says, how about Yisrael Baal Shem Tov? And so Reb Gershon Kitiver, that's what he says. So the Or Chaim HaKadosh says, okay, fine. Closes his eyes. After a minute, Yisrael Baal Shem Tov is a big tzaddik. So what's the pshat? Yisrael, he doesn't recognize. Baal Shem Tov doesn't recognize. Yisrael Baal Shem Tov, he recognizes. So maybe one explanation is as follows. Yisrael means a person's private name. That means a person's private, personal avodah. Baal Shem Tov means your job. It means what you have to do to strengthen and to uplift other Jews. Baal Shem Tov means the master of the good name, the name of Hashem, in order to help other Yidden, to inspire them and to bring them closer to Hashem. The way of the Baal Shem Tov is to see your personal perfection as being complete through perfecting other Yidden. So there's not two separate things. It's not Yisrael. It's not like he has his own personal avodah with his own personal perfection. And there's a job that he has, which is called Baal Shem Tov, to help other Yidden. It's Yisrael Baal Shem Tov. His personal perfection comes through helping other Yidden. And those that are part of that world of the Baal Shem Tov have to live up with that standard as well. That to the degree that we see other Yidden that are not as close to Hashem as they can be, that's a deficiency in us. And the more we help other Yidden to come close to Hashem, the more that's fixing our own personal neshamas too. It's not Yisrael, it's not Baal Shem Tov, it's Yisrael Baal Shem Tov. We should be zachataka to find that perfection within ourselves by completing and helping other Yidden and realize the connection, that deep connection between us and other Yidden. And from there we should be able to be zachat to see all the good things and all the yeshuas that come by helping other Yidden, by loving other Yidden. Be exalted, amen.